Peace, family. How you all doing? I hope all is well with you. Today I'm going to do a little short video on Venus entering into Taurus. Before I jump into that, I wanted to let everybody know that I'm working on eclipses and writing. I do have a video that gives you eclipses for all 12 signs or through the houses. Um, I believe I did post that video on my link tree. So if you click the link tree button up above or over here, wherever it is, I never know. Um, you can go in there and go through there. If you want to know what house the eclipses are going to be in, you can send me an email, reach out to me, or send me leave a comment, and I'll let you know so you know exactly what house of the eclipses to look into. And if you want to get your eclipse horoscope sent to you in writing, you can simply just again click the link above, become a Patreon member. I did fix my Patreon page so that the charge amount is correct for the weekly readings. And if you are a Patreon member and you're paying your monthly dues, you don't have to ask for those things. You will get them automatically sent to you every week. And I've already sent out eclipse readings to all my Patreon members, so you have it ahead of time because this Aries full moon that's getting ready to come up is going to be the beginning of the first eclipse energy. Um, and we'll have two new moons in Aries. I believe in one video I said new moon and then a full moon. But when you have two new moons back to back, the second one is called the black moon. And so I'll go into more detail about eclipses and all that other stuff at that time. But you do want to get ahead of this time because you start to feel eclipse season 2 weeks before, even a month before sometimes, and it lasts about 2 or 3 months afterwards because of such strong energies that we'll be having. We're closing out an eclipse season. With a Taurus and Scorpio, and we're starting a new one in Aries and Libra. So you're getting a double whammy this time around. And with all the new planets and things that are changing that will conjunct and aspect these eclipses, it's a really good idea to get ahead of some of the things that can be coming up in your life, probably starting right about now. So if you want more information on that, again, please do become a member. Feel free to ask any questions. All my information is in the link in the description box below on how to get in contact with me or leave me an email. Um, and I already have the videos, the last three videos for the Jupiter through the sign series. Thank you, Jesus. I'll be posting those out one by one because I'll be posting this video and the Aries new moon video this week as well. And I try not to overpost because I know a lot of the times I talk too much and it makes these videos extremely long. Um, so I'll be posting them consecutively one day at a time starting today, but I'll record them all today. And I don't know if I'm gonna start another series with eclipse season coming up. I don't think that's the smartest thing to do, but we got most of the major planets out. The ones that are going to be highlighted and activated during this entire time. So at least you can go back to those, listen to them if you need to pull out even more information for you and your personal chart. I think that's about all the updates I have right now. So I'm just going to jump in, family. Venus enters Taurus on March 16th until April 11th. I think this is going to be a lot more sweeter than Venus being in Aries because when Venus is in Aries, she's a warrior, she's a fighter, and she's cutting off shit. She's releasing things, burning things off, and letting things go. Um, and just overall with the planetary shifts, we're moving into a lot softer energy, but eclipse season won't be quite the same. And we'll talk about that at that time. So enjoy this period of time while you can. I will go through some of the aspects that Venus will be having, and I'll try to do deeper videos on the aspects throughout the weeks as they come up, because I just think those things are important, but I just wanted to give you something to go off of so you can start manifesting using these energies to bring in manifestations that you want during this time. So this is going to be pretty sweet. So the signs that will feel this the most are Taurus, obviously, and Libras because they are both ruled by Venus. Um, and Libra is the ruler of the seventh house. So you do have to kind of keep some of those seventh house themes, Libra themes, in the back of your mind while this transit is being played out because they will come up in different kinds of ways. And so the seventh house, again, is ruled by Libra. And this is about commitments, marriage, relationships, partnerships, business partnerships, all relationships being social contracts, agreements. Um, this is also mentorship, the marketplace. So people can start to really, really, really get into spending right now. And I'll talk more about that as we get into it. This could also be real estate and things coming up with real estate, not just because Libra rules real estate, but because Libra also rules because it's at the 24th, no, 16th degree. Shit, don't quote me on that. And so that is a Cancer degree, which is the moon and it rules the fourth house. So this is mother, parents, family, your home, um, land, property, your lineage, your bloodline, your generational curses and generational things that are passed down to you, um, even generational traumas that are passed down to you. And this could also be security, emotional security, even actual security like locks and bolts. So not just financial security and emotional security, but actual security. Um, this could also be um, reflection, the past, um, family events, reunions, get-togethers, memorabilia, like photos and things of that nature. Okay, so keeping those themes in mind is really going to help you incorporate some of these other themes that will be coming up along with this transit and the aspects to this transit. Um, Also, back to Libra, mentorship and legal issues and counseling. Those are the other two themes that come with Libra. Um, Taurus rules the second house. Um, this is materialism. So again, your purchasing power, um, any kind of art, music, or talents and skills, um, your pantry, food, agriculture, flowers, jewelry, fashion, beauty, um, this could also be food, not just like fine, well-to-do, like, ooh, Taurus is like good food, even finger food. But agriculture comes up as a really big theme with Taurus. So like farming, planting things, again, flowers, anything to do with planting seeds and making things that grow. So this could be investments And I'll talk more about how investments is not just about money. I cannot stress that enough. I think I talk about that a lot on this channel because I'm always talking about money. And I think people mistake the fact that I talk about money so much that you have to have a foundation first of what you are trying to grow, and the money only helps you do that. So let's remember, Taurus is like the simplest life, right? This does not include money, but it is still an investment, right? And so I'll talk more about how those different themes can come up, and then how it's important to know what those things are so you know what you need your money for, because Taurus also rules budgeting, savings, banks, and all the entire stock market. Okay, so all things ruled by money. Um, and am I forgetting anything? I think so. I think that covers everything. Um, People who have this transit are charming, beautiful, and social. We'll see a lot of these themes being highlighted at this time, like art, music, dance, and literature. So I'm actually really looking forward to this because although I am a Venus and Aries person, she's rough. She don't play no games. And I think it was good that we had her when the time during the time that we did with all this Pisces energy we had, so that we can cut out those lower expressions of Pisces. It's the end of the year, so we're ending things, leaving things in the past. When we're remember, with the planetary transits of Saturn moving into Pisces and Pluto moving into Aquarius this month, this is a karmic cycle that's ending for good. I promise you, the energy is going to change drastically, family. You might not believe it until you see it, but I'm pretty sure you're feeling it. Um, and so just keeping that in mind as we are still in Pisces season, that we want to keep in focus what we're releasing and letting go. And when 3 days after the Aries new moon, you want to make sure you're starting to think all things new. That's it. Cut it off. Once it's over, it's over. Don't go back to it, and start visualizing and focusing on what you want to bring in new, because this Venus and Taurus energy is going to help you plant seeds again to help you grow what it is you want to bring into your life. It's going to be really dope. I can't wait to talk more about it. All right. So this is a time to focus on creativity and beauty, even pampering yourself, especially with all the harsh energies from Venus being in Aries. Definitely take some time out to relax, rest, retreat, and have a good time. Be with family or be with people, places, and things that bring you joy or help you relax and get grounded. We can also see love, support, and affection from others a lot more than we have been at this time. We may be more focused on our values and self-worth. Those are other things that are ruled by Taurus, your self-worth, values, and your energy, where you put your energy into. We'll see appreciation for beauty, fashion, nail polish, colors, all different kinds of colors, especially with this transit um conjuncting Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is going to bring in that Aquarian, like out of the box, but yet rainbow-esque, weird, just different energy when it comes to fashion and stuff. So we can definitely see like a lot of new fashion trends coming out at this time, new colors of nail polish and things of that nature, especially natural beauty. So your crystals, stones, people who are in these fields, get to advertising. Start making your posts right now, because people are going to be looking for these things. They're going to be feeling closer to them. They're going to be feeling like they need them, especially for people who are trying to manifest and really know what it means to take advantage of these transits when they come up. People who are into gardening and farming and making kind of growing your own food, if you will. Those people who are in those businesses, these are things that can be super, super busy during this time. Um, Beauty, fashion, natural beauty, so natural foods too, as well, not just food that you can grow, but um, all the alkaline diets and things of that nature. Um, Actually, because it's springtime, they might have a new set of things that are available now because it's just the season for them. Another theme that I seen this already starting to play out was I don't do names with some of these newer people, but I know Cardi B was talking about it, and I feel like a few other women recently, within the last few months, have stated how they took out their implants, natural beauty. I think we could see a lot around beauty and natural beauty and women changing to kind of align with a more natural look. Imagine that, huh? Imagine that being popular. So we could see a lot more of that or hear a lot more stories around that. Um, Venus also wants stability, comfort food, safety, security, and she wants to give energy to things that bring value. So again, you really want to sit down and think about what that means for you. Um, because that's going to be the things that you want to save and budget your money around, and you will see the growth at this time. Family, don't miss out on the opportunity of manifesting with this energy. It would be a sore loss, because Taurus people can grow things very quickly, by the way, especially because Jupiter will be moving into Taurus in May. So a lot of these themes are going to come back up. So take the time to really think. Even if you don't take any action, planting seeds requires it starting in the mind first, then you write it down. And then, if you're creative and whatnot, you could totally do a vision board with this. And start to map out that that vision, what you wrote down, into something creative. Even if you're not creative, just put something somewhere where you could see to continuously bring that into the physical realm. Um, and once that Jupiter moves into Taurus, if you don't get it now, you'll have a second chance then, okay? Um, Venus also rules over, again, money and your purchases. Loyalty is important in more traditional relationships because Venus rules love, money, beauty, fashion, jewelry, anything that shines is, they say, is not, anything that glitters is, everything that glitters is not gold, but Venus and Taurus says the hell it ain't. You're gonna give me my damn gold. Actually, Venus rules gold and silver. So if you wanted to invest in some of that, now would be the good time for that. Even though the market's going crazy and they get the banks are failing and all that other stuff. Unfortunately, I do think that we'll see more about that. But if you go to somebody, I like Dr. Boyce Hawkins. I think he's freaking amazing when it comes to learning and understanding about investments. And so if you know, you know, but if you don't, you should learn about it. Anytime something plummets and goes down, that's when you invest. So don't let these fear mongering things stop you from whatever it is you're trying to build. Make sure you have people and support with knowledge and who knows about these themes. So you have somebody to talk it through with. But that is the system of investments. When the stock market goes down, that's when you put money in. And when it's up, you can still put money into things, but the thing is when it's down and you put money in, your money goes up with it. Whereas if you put money in when it's good, it's flat, and not to say it won't grow, but you'll see a bigger investment when you invest out. That's my little 2 cents, okay? Um, Venus also rules being dependable, commitments, long-term commitments, okay? Taurus does not do the Libra and Venus. The Libra Venus is a lot more superficial, where you just like somebody from what you see on the outside. Taurus goes deeper and it wants something more. So for commitment starting at this time, there is a better potential for long-term relationships with this transit. Even if it just starts off as a friendship, it's probably even better that way. But no matter what, you can take this time again to use it and manifest the kinds of things that you want to see within your relationships. And Venus also rules investments, right? And so investments, again, it's not just about investing in the stock market, money, or savings. Investment starts with the things that bring you joy, right? Because Venus is about, pleasure, your desires, and the things that fill up your heart and make you very happy. And so, in this way, it's a really good time again to think about if you had no money, okay? Absolutely no money. Just close your eyes and imagine what could you live with just enough to still keep you happy. That's what you want to do. And once you get that vision in your head, just let it go until you can't see it anymore, you get blocked or whatever, and you can keep coming back to it and playing around with different scenarios. Write them down. Write it down. What can you live without and still be happy? Because that's going to be your foundation. And then you can build and grow from there. And now I think I talked about this on this channel many a times. I'm pretty sure I have a video out where I went more in detail about this, but this is why Taurus rules a budget. And most people just think, oh, budgeting is just about, spending um frugally and making your own things. It's a very basic idea of a budget. But I mentioned that I did 3 years working underneath a financial um, coach, have videos with him. I think we did at least two, if not more. I think there's even more of us on his page, but I don't remember what the heck we talked about. We did do quite a few videos where he went in depth talking about money and budgeting and why that is so important. If I can go back and find that video, I'll try to do that and post like little clips of it. Maybe I'll add it to my link tree. So keep checking back for it. I can't make any promises. Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. I don't want to do anything. I still got Pisces hitting me hard. And Pisces is like, bitch, if you don't sit your ass down. Yeah, I'm not getting things done like I usually do. I'm relaxing. So I'll try to find that video and post it on my link tree so people can have it to go back to and listen to, but also do your own research. You can even follow Brian. I'm pretty sure he leaves all his information in that video. And follow his page, get involved, get set up a meeting. If it's not him, find somebody else, because it's important to know how exactly a budget works. And so a budget is so much more than just not spending that much. It's literally a map. So when you're sitting down and you're writing a business plan, and just the same way I'm asking you to visualize what you can live without, your business plan is no different. And once you get your business plan down in detail, now you put a budget to that detail, to that business plan, and you start to put money away however you can, right? Because everybody gets paid different, blah, 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 blah. And those basic knowledge of a budget that you know are important, but the bigger piece is where are you now putting your money? And so it becomes like a map, and it shows you where all your money's going, um, where can you save more at, and the places where you can take away, like, I don't need this, I don't need that, these aren't important, whatever you feel like you can let go of, that now you have a whole bucket of money, and it will show you this on your budget. I wish I could bring it up for you right now. And you would take that additional money and say, okay, now I have my business plan. How can I put into these things? And you can set up automatic payments, and it becomes this wonderful wheel of amazement. Okay. And this is how you get rich. Okay. This is how you use a budget to leverage your goals and dreams, or whatever. It doesn't even have to be goals and dreams. You could be trifling as all hell, whatever floats your boat. But you can have a system set up for that so that you are never broke. You always have money, and this should be normal, right? You would think it would be normal, right? Of course not. But it's just really helpful when it comes to if you have spending habits that are like robbing Peter to pay Paul. You will never get caught up in the situation. Again, it doesn't matter what it is you're into, it's your life, right? But having that set up is just good practices, and you will be amazed at how, you know, how they say after 23 or 30 days of you doing something, it becomes a habit. Change your whole life. It'll change your outlook and how you think about things. And who knows, maybe because of that, your mind will expand to, like, you know what? Now that I know my money works like this and I have this amount to spend and this amount I can't spend, you might just get more motivated to expand on your goals and dreams, no matter who you are. Either way, that opportunity, regardless, is going to come up. So really, family, go speak to somebody who can help you have these kinds of bigger conversations. It will change your life, especially during this time. It'll be like planting a seed of something that can grow with Jupiter moving into Taurus. Who knows the possibilities? It could be exponential. And you have to remember, when we're talking about manifesting the things that you want in your life, when you're aligned with an energy, you don't know God's plan for you. You're just being a human and trying to do the right thing. And with Jupiter, when you align with the energy, it brings in even more blessings, which is why it's so important to know your chart and when to act and when not to act, or why things aren't working, or you know what I mean? It's literally just the knowing of those things that can bring in more happiness to your life. So, take advantage, think about it. Who knows? I can't make any promises, all right? I don't know your karma, but it's certainly worth giving it a try. It never hurt anybody that I knew anyway. And so, um, there may be a love for touch, intimacy, physical touch, sensuality, comfort, and consistency. Because remember, Taurus is about security, and security shows through somebody who is consistent. They show up when you need them. They're there for you. They're dependable, and all those kind of things there. So these are the types of things that language and words you can use when you're writing out your manifestations as to what you want to bring in for you when it comes to your relationships. All relationships, not just romantic relationships, all relationships need to have these things. It's important to, um, you know, be specific when you're writing out your manifestation. So, um, yeah. Now, on the lower vibration, there's always a lower. Um, Venus, Taurus is jealousy, laziness, possessiveness, ownership, control, fear of losing value or depreciation. I have a post that I'm going to post. I think I did that for when Venus was a Capricorn maybe a year or two ago because it was a pretty big deal then, and it kind of encompasses these same importance when it comes to manifesting. Because I wanted to show everybody how much, we despise money so much. It's disgusting to me, but I get it. I get it. I'm still learning too. But um I wrote a post showing, and I'm gonna post this for the Venus and Taurus transit, repost it for the Venus and Taurus transit. So again, if you're not following me on IG family, my links are all in the description box below. We'd love to have you. But I wrote a post showing how finance, the language of finances and money are relative to love. And so as much as you guys have been taught, being wanting money for you know, um your business or whatever it is you're selling, or just, the the way we kind of block ourselves from our blessings from thinking that money's dirty is understandable, but you got to cut it out because it's so much deeper than that. And so I'm going to repost that post to show the financial language that's used in a lot of financial contracts on how that's relative to love. You'll appreciate it. Trust me. It'll change the way you think about love, hopefully, and money. They are one and two of the same. And so losing value can happen when we don't have money to be able to bring in the manifestations that we want. Um, and this could even be by way of beauty. Maybe you're getting older, your body's changing, and you don't feel valued anymore. These kinds of themes can come up with Venus and Taurus on the lower expression, right? It could be a fear of getting old, fear of gaining weight, because Taurus on the lower vibration is definitely being a pack rat and overeating, especially when like a vice, when you're mad, sad, um, or just not in a good mood, people will eat or they'll shop. Oh, these are Taurus themes for sure. So you got to be careful and mindful of those themes coming up in your life, family. And asking for help. Tauruses hate asking for help because they're so damn independent. Um, Venus is all about support and bringing in support and help. So if you need it, ask for it. Don't be shy or get to the bottom as to why you feel that way. I'd imagine it has something to do with the same reason why we don't like money, but figure it out for yourself. Go get some counseling or mentorship. Again, speak to other people, have deeper conversations about this because you want to undo that so you can start tapping into these blessings. Again, family, especially with Jupiter moving into Taurus. Like, I every time I think about Jupiter moving into Taurus, I start seeing dollar bills raining down from the skies. I'm dramatic. Don't judge me, but that's the vision that I'm gonna keep in my head. See, um, but even more so, Venus will square Pluto, and Pluto will be in between Capricorn and Aquarius this whole for the next 2 years. So um those lower expressions of Venus and Taurus and this coming up right now, you have to understand that Venus is also the ruling planet of Taurus, which is in the North Node. So these are things that I know for a fact have come up for people, and Pluto is going to bring the deeper aspects of those things um happening right now between Aquarius and Capricorn. And you're going to want to address those because that Aquarius new energy that's coming up is going to bring a whole new vision to your goals and dreams. And we can self-sabotage and burn bridges when we don't know who we are, or we still have healing to do that we're fighting, thrown under the rug and trying to ignore. And you can really prolong your spiritual journey or blessings that could be coming into you because it's at that that 0 degree and 29 degree. These shits are gonna be epic. You can already see the banks failing. Please don't mistake that for that person's failure. That's gonna trickle down right into America. So it could very much be hitting us a lot sooner than I think we all had anticipated. Or you can go to other countries to look and see where these things have already happened for them and see what's going on for them, what's coming. But best to be prepared. Again, Venus and Taurus is about security and having all the things that you need, stocking up on food goods, stocking up on, it's a survival thing, right? So read about survival tactics and things of that nature. Really tackle those things, or you might even be drawn to tackle those things, even unbeknownst to you, whether you can intellectualize it or not, with all this Aries energy that's getting ready to come up, because Aries is like, I'm taking accountability, I'm not waiting for the government, right? And so these are things that you really want to keep in mind that, again, it's deeper than just the astrology that I'm talking about here. There are real life things that are coming down the pipeline because karma always comes back around, right? And whenever you're ending a cycle, that's when shit shows up the most. And then you're starting a new cycle, you're going to learn, oh shit, because these things are not existent anymore, your plans and goals are undoubtedly going to change. So don't even get used to it. Be flexible, be open, and work with these transits. When I come on here to tell you stuff, go deeper, write some notes down, um, you know, do your own, your life better than I do. I can only give you the themes, and I can only give you the themes from my level of knowledge and knowing. When you take those and take notes and you're more intentional with it, and you're like, shit, I got this going on in my life. This might, you know what I mean? You could just grow within the possibilities of what you could prevent, rather than just being studious and a listener, and you know what I mean? um really do what you can to make those changes. Somebody's calling me. All right, so went on a whole tangent there. I lied, didn't I? I said this video was going to be short. Oops. um but Venus square Pluto has been showing us where there's animosity, jealousy, sexual tension, and karmic situations. A lot of things coming up to light that have been hidden, that we're finding out and learning more about, that we will have to tackle and address or cut it off, or heal. So getting counseling, getting mentorship, or educating yourself. That's another way to heal, is to be knowledgeable. um and another theme that can come up here is, if you don't have it, you don't own it. And so crypto again will become a really big topic when it comes to these banks and things of that nature. That's what some of these bank failures could be pushing us to. So the dollar is going to lose value, and I think it already has, but even more than it has, and we might move to crypto. So be ready for that. Um, this can be food. If you don't have it, you don't. own it. So say for instance, because being Taurus rules agriculture, that they start talking about food shortages. So start stocking up on canned goods. Again, survival of the fittest themes. Watch some videos or talk to somebody. Something. Y'all better learn how to start a fire with some sticks up in this bitch. I'm laughing, but I'm really serious. But I'm also not trying to scare people, but this could be a very real reality, right? Because these old systems and structures are going to fail. They're going to fall. Um, Especially the Capricorn energy, which is big business, big farmer, you know, all these, companies that are just killing us intentionally, so it makes no sense. I don't even want to talk about that shit. It's gonna give me a headache. But y'all know what I'm talking about. They're coming down. All right. Pluto and Capricorn's coming for their ass. So we're gonna have to rebuild and come together. And Pluto in Aquarius says it's up to the people. Don't depend on the government, right? And so we got to get to a healing space to even be able to acknowledge that, or we're not going to make it. Because if you got unhealed situations and you got people that you got to work with that ain't, they ain't even on the same page as you, nowhere near thinking of it. And they can fuck up your goals and dreams, right? And so those things need to be addressed. And I'm telling you right now, if you've been somebody, I've been talking about this shit for years. And if you're still sitting up here like, ah, who goes to counseling? Ah, who needs mentorship? Or you don't have the money for it. You better get started. You better don't get left behind, because if they start building this one government and this uh what are they calling it? Something city, with all this techie stuff, again, they're gonna sell to you, let the government come in and help you with all these changes. We're going to save you from your troubles and you'll have access to everything, but you won't own a goddamn thing. And that is dangerous. Okay. Don't fall for the hype. So get with it, family. Get with it. All right. So this can be food, cash. So you want to keep some cash on hand. If you don't need it, in your bank, perhaps for now, until we see some kind of change. Don't put it in there. Or again, follow it. Follow the money trail. Do your research. Find some financial expert to listen to, because you need to know what's coming. And any kind of material items, right? So I talked about that Cancer degree. So again, this could be things that have been passed down to you, or junk. Taurus is a pack rat. Somebody who still has an old radio, or old TV, all these kinds of things, because Pluto and Aquarius, my Aquarius is my Wally placement, right? Y'all all seen the movie Wally, right? He was the guy who worked in the dumpster, and where they put all the recycled stuff. Um, and, if you're somebody who's got the newest everything, the latest everything, you might want to Capricorn and Cancer it back to the past and start picking up some old shit. For what? Who knows? I can't tell you that. I just know that there's a great possibility that the shit's gonna hit the fan, and you might need some of them old shits. This newer technology is for more of easy access as opposed to survival. Once those shits is gone and that shit's off, that's it. You know? So, really think and consider what you got in your home, what you need, what you don't need, and start stocking up. Um, so this is a good time to take inventory to see what you need for survival. Because Pluto rules change, transformation, shocks, and surprises, and I promise you, there's going to be just that. We can see a lot of government politicians stepping in, saying what you can and can't do with money. I'm not ready. Okay, this shit's depressing. Who will get bailouts. I think Biden had already made some kind of announcement, which I don't know. I mean, I think it's good for the fear factor part of it and people going out and just buying up everything for no fucking reason. That he did that, but essentially I think it's a lie. I think it's just to prevent people that whole fear mongering mentality when people just start, losing their shit, which is very much Pluto energy on a lower vibration, a psychosis, psychotic breaks, um, you know, all the things people do when they're in fear, act crazy. Um, and some of the things that you can invest in, you might learn more of, you might learn that you can invest in newer things. So diversifying your portfolio is very important. You might need to switch some things around, especially I think Uranus and Taurus will have its first connection on April 30th to Gemini energy. Now, Uranus is going to be in Gemini in 2026 after it comes out of Taurus. And this is where the real technological shift is going to, because both Aquarius and Gemini are both the planets in astrology that rule all of this shit. So, um, ooh, ooh, you might want to look at, what other things you can invest in that maybe you never even considered before. So that's natural gas, mining, copper, the war. I hate to say it, but it's true. Water, agriculture, and just new ways in general to make money for sure with Pluto and Aquarius will undoubtedly come up. So pay attention and use those as information of different things to invest in during this time. And then Venus will conjunct the North Node. So we'll see things physically grow and manifest. There are some things money can't buy, like love. So again, imagine your life without money. What are you going to keep? And that's going to still make you happy. So we'll be working on building family relationships and non-materialistic themes that show us we can live off of nothing and still be happy, because it might come up. And Venus will conjunct Juno. Now, Juno in astrology is the divine husband. Okay, Jupiter is the husband in a woman's chart. And Juno in both a man or a woman's chart is your divine counterpart. So this is high level relationships that you have the opportunity to bring in now. So again, really thinking about what kind of relationships you want to bring in your life. You can attract more real significant relationships, and we'll be focused on partnership, bartering, trade, generosity, kundalini energy, helping others, feeding others with Taurus. My astrology teacher, she's a Sag. I think she was like a double Sag. And she used to give the example of Venus of her Italian mom popping meatballs in her mouth, whether she needed them or not. I don't know why that shit was so funny to me, but when you feed people, they be happy. I have a Taurus sister. If I tell her I'm just making a pancake, she'll be like, okay. And she never turns down food. I think it's the most funniest fucking thing in the world. But food makes people happy. So these are some things that you can do at this time to build relationships. People will appreciate it. Building stability with somebody else and security with somebody else, and prioritizing pleasure. And then last but not least, Venus will conjunct Uranus. So with that Cancer degree, we're going to watch the housing market. I just I need to watch that video Dr. Boyce Watkins just did talking about the housing market. I almost kind of don't want to fucking watch because this shit really is depressing, but it's a thing, right? So we had the 2008 market crash when Pluto first entered into Capricorn. Pluto is now leaving Capricorn. Still going to be a theme. Who knows what it's going to look like now? It almost never repeats in the same exact way, but I'm positive something around real estate, land, and property are going to be a pretty big deal. Your homeland, right? Because Cancer is July, so it could have something to do with something here in America going down big. It might shake up your finances. This could also be love at first sight. You could also win some money, a lottery, finding money, just receiving money. I've definitely been receiving. I haven't even looked at my chart to see where the hell that's coming in, but I swear to God, you guys, every time I'm like, oh shoot, I might need some more money. Money comes. So it's important to be on your spiritual journey, like I said, because you won't even have to ask. It's just like the universe knows, okay, let's send let's send old girl some money. She needs it. So really do your manifestation. Be disciplined in your spiritual practice. Be intentional with it. I promise you, you will see now with all this new energy coming in, it'll almost seem like don't have to work so hard for your manifestation your manifestations to come in. But be careful, okay? Because big risks can also bring in losses. If you're cheating, this can lead to big breakups, ugly, stinking breakups. So, you know, you want to be on the right track always because karma is very real and karma is very much being highlighted, especially once we have that goddamn Scorpio and the South Node eclipse. And I'll be back on here to talk more about that at that time, but it's really time to cut things off. And if God has a plan for you, or spirit has a plan for you, whoever you believe in, and you're still doing things that you have absolutely no business doing, what eclipses do is they pull the rug from up underneath you. You can be walking jolly thinking you can't be touched, you know, until God shows up and shows you just how powerful he is. Like, bitch, I said what the fuck I said. So get to asking the people in your life what the fuck they really want and why they want to be here. Because if they don't have any real um uh your best interest at heart, even on the same page as you, they got to get gone so that you can stop. They're blocking your blessings, essentially. Okay. They're blocking your view to seeing how great you are. Let them go. Cut them bitches off. No, so let me stop. I love and appreciate you guys. I hope that these videos are giving you all sorts of life and knowledge and information as usual, family. Peace.